Hello everyone. This is our third and last session of lesson number 6, physical and chemical changes. Already we have learned many things of changes, like what are the changes, then some types of changes. Then we have discussed about some chemical, the difference between the physical and chemical changes and characteristics of chemical changes. Okay, so all these things we have understand. Now, in this session, we are going to learn about two changes, okay, that we are observing around us, that is rusting and crystallization. Okay, so before that, write the aim and the keywords of this session. Right? To learn about rusting of iron and crystallization. Okay, write this aim in your notebook and see three keywords are there: rusting, galvanization and crystallization. Okay, now take the screenshot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so in previous session we have kept one experiment for result. Okay, so now we will observe that experiment. Okay, then we will discuss the chemical reaction, observation, and then we will go towards the conclusion of that experiment. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so in previous session we have kept the copper sulfate solution in both beakers, but in one beaker I have added iron material. Okay, so you can see here the afterwards I have kept the iron. So you can see the brown color deposition, okay, on that iron. Can you see that? Means something is happened, something is chemical reaction is there, and you can see the color of solution also change. Okay, you can see the brown color deposition and the change in color. Okay, you can observe that first the color of solution is blue, and after the reaction the blue color changes to green. Means something is happened in this chemical reaction in this experiment. Now what is actually happened, that we will learn through a chemical reaction. Okay, so we have started that experiment with two things, two substances, that is copper sulfate solution and in that copper sulfate solution we have added iron. That copper sulfate solution, that is CuSO4. Cu means your copper and sulfate means SO4, and iron, that is our Fe. Now after that there is a change. What is that change? That Cu is just deposit on iron, and that iron is react with this SO4. So there is a formation of FeSO4 and the deposition of Cu, that is copper. So FeSO4 means your iron sulfate and Cu means your copper. So understood the reaction? Okay, understood the experiment. Now which characteristics we have observed in this experiment? First, that is change in smell, okay, that we have discussed in previous session, and now we have observed that there is a change in color. Okay, so I hope that you have understand three activities and all the chemical reactions and the characteristics of that chemical changes. Now we will start our main points, that are rusting and crystallization. Okay, let's start the first point, rusting of iron. Okay, already we have learned about physical change and chemical change. After discussion of rusting of iron and crystallization, you have to tell me that which one is a physical change and which one is a chemical change. iron. Okay, many things surrounding us are made up of iron. But that iron can be destroyed by this process which is known as rusting. Now, what is happening in rusting process? So that iron is react with oxygen from air, okay, and water. Okay, iron we can write with Fe. Oxygen from the air, so we will write O2, and water, that is H2O. Means this iron, okay, we are keeping that things open. So that iron react with oxygen from the air and water. Correct? The water vapors are present in the air. So that iron react with these two things, and there is a formation of Fe2O3. Now Fe2O3 means what? Iron oxide. And that iron oxide means your rust. I think you have observed that there is a brown color deposition on that iron thing. So that means your rust. If one of the oxygen or water is absent, so there is no rusting off. Okay, rusting process cannot take place without oxygen and water. Means what? For rusting, these two are important. Understood? Because of the rusting, there is a huge loss of human beings. Now how? Many things are made up of iron. Correct? We will take the example of ship. Ship is made up of iron. Correct? Now this is sea water and this is a ship. Okay? Some part of the ship is in the water, means there is a contact of iron with oxygen and water. So there is a rusting process. So normally after particular period, this part of ship we have to change. Means this iron part we have to change again and again. So that is the huge loss of iron or the iron things because of the rusting. Understood? Now just check that there is a formation of new substance. We have started our change with Fe, but we got a new substance. Okay? Now tell me, this rusting of iron is a physical change or chemical change? Yes, the rusting of iron is a chemical change. Understood the rusting of iron? Yes. Now we will learn about crystallization. But before that, okay, one point is remaining. Rusting of iron is there. But if you want to avoid that rusting, what we can do? If you want to avoid our loss, there is one process which is known as galvanization. Now galvanization means what? When the iron things are there, okay, we are making the things from iron, we have to deposit a coat of zinc or chromium. Okay, you can see these both elements in periodic table, zinc and chromium. So galvanization means what? With the help of zinc and chromium, we can prevent the iron from rusting. In galvanization, there is a coating of zinc or chromium on the iron things. So there is no contact of iron with oxygen and H2. So we can avoid that rusting by galvanization process. Understood? Now we will go towards our last point, that is crystallization. Okay? class we have learned about evaporation, correct? We are using that evaporation process for separation of substances, and that evaporation we are using to separate salt from seawater. But that salt is not in pure form. Means something impurities are there. Some impurities are present, still present in that salt. So the crystals are there. Okay, you can see the salt particles. Some parts means we can see the crystals, and that crystals we cannot see clearly because of the impurities. Because that substance is not pure substance. So, crystallization means what? We can see the large crystals of pure substances. Pure means what? There is no any impurity. And that crystallization, with the crystallization, we can see the crystals of that substance. So, in your textbook, there is one experiment, okay? You can see here what we have to do to see the crystallization process. You have to take a beaker, then you have to add water in that beaker, then you have to add dilute sulfuric acid, okay, few drops of dilute sulfuric acid in that water. Then you have to keep that beaker for heating. When the water started to boil, you have to add copper sulfate powder. You know that blue color copper sulfate powder that we have to add in that water till no more amount of water can be dissolved. That is saturated and unsaturated solution. Okay, just remember that thing. And then we have to filter that solution with filtration process. Okay, both the processes, evaporation and filtration, already we have learned. Understood? Then whatever the filtrate that remaining, okay, whatever the solution we get, we have to cool that solution and then we can see the result. For this experiment, I need more time, so that's why I have already done that experiment and I will show you the result of that experiment, okay. So you can see here already I have done this experiment. At the bottom, can you see the crystals? Can you see the crystals? Can you see? Yes, the crystals are there that are in solid form. Okay, I have kept the solution for cooling. After cooling, there is the formation of crystals but in the solid form. Means what? Only the state is changed in the crystallization. Understood? The result you can see this. Okay, I will just remove this water so you can see the crystals. Carefully you have to remove. Okay. Can you see the crystals? See. See the crystals. Okay. These crystals of pure substance. Means only the state is changed in the crystallization. Now tell me, the crystallization process is a physical or chemical change? As we observe that there is a change in only physical property. So that change is physical or chemical? Yes, physical change. So crystallization is a physical change. So here we have completed our lesson, physical and chemical changes. I hope that you have understand, you have learned all the things, okay, that experiments, then reactions. Now homework is that you have to complete your exercise without help of any material. Okay, just try to solve, try to write the reactions, then learn the chemical elements that already I have given through a small